quadratic inequalities. Now, yesterday we graphed quadratic inequalities, right? Today we will solve quadratic inequalities. We have a graphing and we have solving. Got it? Yesterday we graphed, like, for example, y more than or equal x power 2 plus 5x plus 6. This is yesterday. We turn it to function, right? Y equal x power 2 plus 5x plus 6. And we find a1, b5, c6, right? We find x-axis of symmetry minus b over 2a equal negative 5 over 2a, 2 by 1, negative 5 over 2 by 1, and negative 2.5. Then we replace this here to find the vertex, right? Calculator, please. F or y at negative 2.5 equal, اكتب معي, negative 2.5 all power 2, put parenthesis, plus 5 multiply negative 2.5 plus 6. Negative 0.25. So the vertex is negative 2.5 and this, right? Negative 0.25 and negative 1 over 4, quarter, right? So this is the vertex. Then we solved it, right? We found the x-intercepts. How we find the x-intercepts? We take this and put it equal 0, and we solve the quadratic equations with any way you like, factoring, completing squares, or quadratic formula. So let's find the x-intercepts. We put the equation or the rule هذه equal what? 0. We make it equation. We make it equation. Here it is not equation, it is inequality with two variables. But here I turn x power 2 plus 5x plus 6 to make it what? Why I did this step? To find the x-intercepts, so I can graph more specific, right? So here I will do factoring as we did, plus 2 plus 3. So x will be negative 2 and x will be negative 3. After you find these things, you are ready to graph, right? So you make your coordinate plane. Okay, now first thing you need to plot is the vertex, which is negative 2.5 and negative 0.25. In negative 2.5, it's between negative 2 and negative 3 at the middle. So if this negative 2, this negative 3, if here negative 2 and here negative 3, this is negative 2.5, right? Negative 0.25, it is between 0 and negative 1, but it's close to 0, right? Yani if this negative 1, something here, okay? So here is the vertex. Right. A is positive, right? So it means it's open upward. Right. X is what? X is negative 2. And what? We said it's between them, right? So here negative 2, here negative 3. So this is my parabola, right? Right? ما في negative 1 عندي. هي النيجاتيف 1. عشان اعرف النيجاتيف 1 اوفر 4 اللي هي نيجاتيف 0.25. يعني النيجاتيف 0.25 هذه نيجاتيف كوارتر، ربع. النيجاتيف كوارتر it's between 0 and negative 1, but it's closer to where? To 0. Here you estimate here. It's estimated. Yes. Yes. But before, when we talk graphing quadratic functions, we didn't know how we يعني ما كنا نعرف how we solve the equation, right? So we find the vertex and we find any two points Then we make our graph, right? But now it will be more specific. Why? Because you found what? The intercepts. The intercepts are the roots, the zeros of the function, right? X plus 3. Vertex find that. We took this before, so revise. Now, after we graph the parabola, okay, we need to shade which part, this represent which part in the coordinate plane. We take this 0, 0. It's not, the curve is not passing from. So either this or this, right? Put 0, 0 here. In place of y, put 0. In place of x, put 0. Is 0 more than 6? No. So this, which contains 0, 0, is not the solution. This will be the shaded area. Okay? Got it? This is yesterday. Yesterday we graph only. Halas. Today we will be specific for x. What's x exactly? Yes. How about steps yesterday, mister? Yesterday, revise the period of yesterday. Okay? Now, let's do example 3. Example 3, do it by yourself. Solve. Now here we solve. Not only graph. قبل شوي شو كان؟ Graph. Here we what? We solve. And here there is no y. We have a quadratic equation. Now we have a quadratic inequality. Got it? Yeah. So solve x power 2 plus x minus 6 less than ايش؟ وفوكس معي شوي. Focus. This is inequality. If we replace this less than by equal, it will be what? Equation, right? So we solve the equation of it. We solve it normally. And we graph this as we did قبل شوي. Okay? So let's graph first, then we solve. يلا. A 1, B كمان 1, C. Find the vertex, find the intercept, find everything. The difference will be at the end. Okay? Yeah. The vertex, we have formula minus b over 2a means minus 1 over 2 by 1, right? Yani minus half, right? Minus b over 2a. طيب minus 1. Negative from the formula. Formula فيها negative, right? طيب negative half يعني negative 0.5. This is x. To find the vertex, you need to put this in the function. When I say the function, I'm talking about this part. Okay? Yeah. So here's negative 0.542 plus negative 0.5 minus 6 equal what? Negative 6.25 and negative 6.25. So the vertex is negative half and negative 6.25, right? This is the vertex. From the vertex, the parabola will be opens upward or downward. Because A is positive, it will be upward. خلاص? We found the vertex. Now let's find the intercepts. We solve the equation normally. So I will take it, I will replace the less than by equal. X power 2 plus x minus 6 equal what? 0. I will solve it by factoring. And here it's up to you. You can use quadratic formula. You'll have the same answers. So here x, this is minus means one positive and one negative. The bigger will take the positive. So 3, 2, positive or negative. We did that before, right? Check. 3 multiply negative 2, negative 6, and plus 3 minus 2 plus 1, right? So I'm good. Now x plus 3 equals 0. x equal -3, and x minus 2 equals 0, x equal what? 2. Now I'm ready to what? To graph. Let's graph, but on the next page here, because I want to make it bigger. Graph normally. What's the vertex? -0.5x, right? She and -0.5x. يعني between 0 and -1, right? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Hey, this is 0. This is -1. This will be. So here. The other one. -6 وشوي. يعني after the -6 by quarter only. So in y, I will go to -6 here, something here. And this is the half, the negative half. So here my vertex, right? A is positive, don't forget that. So it's open upward. But what are the intercepts? The intercepts -3 and 2 positive. So here the 2 and here the -3. So the parabola, what's the y-intercept, by the way? The y-intercept is -6. So here it will pass from -6, from -6 and from 3, -3. Done? Done? No, we don't shade here. We are not looking for region of solutions. Okay? We will know what is the solutions for x only. Okay? Fine. Now let's talk about this curve, please. Until now, we didn't do anything in U. We do the same steps, right? Fine. Yes. No. No, mister, we are here now. We are here. We are here. Mister, I cannot wait you until you finish writing. Watch the video. Do what you want. Okay? Right. Now, look at this curve. This curve has two parts, right? One of them above the x-axis, the other of it less than x-axis, right? What's this mean? If the curve is above the x-axis, means it's positive. If the curve less than the x-axis, not less, below x-axis, means it is negative, right? And where is switch? In -3 and -2, yeah. In 2 and -3 above, and in 2 and -3 below, right? First step, you will go back and you will see the inequality. It has less than or equal more, yeah, it has equal or no. Okay, let's go back. So if we go back here, it has no equal, right? So I will go there and I will make open circles here. Open circles. This is step 1 because there is no equal. Okay, step 1. Step 2, I will see here. It is this. We graph this, right? This I want it what? Less than 0. Yani this I want it what? Negative, right? Where is the function negative? Look here now. I'm asking you where the curve negative related to x-axis. I know this part is negative. So what I would say? Right. Practice. If x more than 2, the function negative or positive? Positive. High function more than 2, right? If the function more than 2, if the x more than 2, the function is positive, right? But if the function between 2 and -3, between them, these values here goes down for the function, right? So the function is negative where? Between -3 and 2. What? 1? هاي ال1. If I want the value for 1 in the function, where I will go, up or down depending on the curve? Down. So what the function? Negative. صح؟ طب less than 3, assume here less than -3, sorry, -4 for example. What -4? Where will go, up or down? If you go down, you won't find the function, right? You won't find it. But if you go up somewhere, you will find the function. It will be what? Positive. So where the function negative here or positive related to x-axis, يعني for the x-axis, where the function can be positive and where the function can be negative. The function is positive when x less than -3 and x more than 2. The function is negative between them, down. Get it? Get it? Again. Again. I want the curve to be what? So I want to find the values of x that makes this curve less than 0, negative, yeah, right? So I graph, I did all the steps normally, and I will go here. After I graph, I'll take a look to my graph. And I will ask myself a question, where the function negative? خلاص? Where the function negative? Any value here, to find the value of it in the function, I will go up or down. If you'll go up, you will find it. These gone there, right? These function up, مش هتلاقي values, right? But you need to go down to find the values. Right? Right? So any value between -3 and 2, let's check. Let's check. Let's check. Give me a value here for x. 4. 4. I will check 4. Give me value here. -6 here. I want here. -2 and give me value here. خلاص? Let's check. Put 4 where? In the equality. 4 power 2 plus 4 minus 6 positive. صح؟ 14 less than 0? No. طب. Come here. Sorry. Give me value here. -2. Put -2 there. We expect it will be negative, right? يلا put negative. Positive 4. -2, 2. -6 is -4 less than 0? Yes. So any value here in this part, it's solution. خلاص؟ طيب. Give me value here. What is it? We expect positive, but let's check. Let's check. Let's check. We said -6, positive 36, -6, 30, -6, 24, positive. But I want it where, Anna? Negative. Where it's negative? Between them. So what's the solution here? The solution is x between -2 and what? لا, sorry, -3 and 2. How I represent it by inequalities? We say x, ركز, x more than mean -3 and less than mean 2. This is the solution. But if the function, sorry, if the inequality more than 0, not less than 0, more than, not less than, done. يعني بدي اياه بوزيتيف مش نيجاتيف. شو حيكون الانسر؟ حيكون any x less than -3 is a solution, any x more than 2 is a solution. What we say? X less than -3 and x more than what? 2. But the question here wants it to be negative. Right. Why I put open circles here? Because at the first no equal. So here you don't put equal, means -3 and 2 won't give me negative values. It it will give what? 0. Why? Because they are intercepts, right? That's why I put no equal sign here. And that's why I put what here and here? Open circles. Any questions? Raise up your hand. Don't talk. Just raise up your hand. Any questions? Yes. أي أرقام? These to check. We select يعني the random numbers. يعني مش شرط 4 ممكن 5 ممكن 6. Any value more than 2. Here مش شرط -2 ممكن تختار الزيرو easier ممكن تختار ال1 easier. Any يعني here you have 3 parts انت صح؟ Any part any number from any part just to check. هذه we graph inequality itself. But here we solve inequality. We found the values for x. هناك graph inequality. Here we solve inequality. Else? Thank you. Thank you. Watch. It will be with my project. Let's do example 4. Example 4. Same of example 3, and hope you will understand it more. يلا example 4 ركز معي. Solve x for 2 minus 3x minus 4 more than or equal 0 by graph. يلا A 1 B -3 C -4. Find the axis of symmetry. Minus B over 2A. يعني 3 over 2 times 1. 3 over 2 يعني 1.5. Put 1.5 in the equation so you can find the vertex, right? يلا 1.5 power 2 minus 3 multiply 1.5 minus 4. Are you sure? -6. متأكد. -6.25. Okay, so the vertex is what? The vertex is 1.5 and -6.25. This is the vertex. We prepared the vertex. Now let's solve to find the x-intercepts. We turn it to equation and solve it normally. So x power 2 minus 3x minus 4 equal what? 0. Factor. X, two numbers, if you multiply them 4, if you add or subtract them 3, 4 and 1, right? This takes the bigger and this positive. 1 times -4, -4. 1 minus 4, -3, right? So what are the intercepts here? X plus 1 equals 0, x equal, and x minus 4 equals 0, x equal 4. خلاص? Now we are ready. After these informations, we are ready to graph. Let's go to graph. A graph. Close the door, Billah. The vertex is what? 1.5 and -6.25. And the y-intercept is what? -4. So here, this is 1.5. This is -6.25. And this is assume what? The -4 for the y-intercept. Right. The x-intercepts are what? -1 and 4, right? هاي -1 وهذه ايش؟ ال4. هذه ال4 وهذه النيجاتيف. From here comes from here like this. Done. Stop. This is we graph خلاص. Now let's go to the original inequality to see which part we want, positive or negative. Before we go, if we have more than 0 means positive. Which part of x makes the function or the curve more than 0. But if we have less than 0, which part? We have how many parts for the x-axis? We have 3 parts. This part, and this part, right? 3 parts. Which part makes the curve negative? The one at the middle, right? The one at the middle makes the curve negative, صح؟ طب ما بدك انت القصة هذه. Choose number from each part, replace, and see we have positive or negative. خلاص؟ Yeah, let's do this idea. It's easier for you. Choose number here. 5. Choose any number here. 1 يا اخوي 1. 0 ايش؟ 0 هاي 0. ماشي؟ Choose any number here. Here what؟ هذه negative 1. Negative 2. طيب. Put the 5 where? Here. 5 over 2, 25. Minus 15, 10. 10 minus 4, 6. 6 is positive. Good. So this part here, which x more than 5, represents the positive part. خلاص? طيب. Put the 1 or the 0 as we said. If you put the 1 or 0, 0 شو بيبقى؟ Negative. صح? So this part, all of it, this part at the middle represents the negative part. This part, if you put negative 2, it will be positive. خلاص? طب the inequality wanted to be what? Positive or negative? More than or equal 0. I want it positive. Which part gives me the positive? This part? Right. This part, how I will talk about this part. طبعا this part from negative 1 to where? Means x less than negative 1. But do we have equal there? We have equal. So here we have closed circles. Right. So this part means x less than negative 1. And this part means x more than 4. So what's the solution? x less than or equal negative 1 and هذا البارت and البارت الثاني x more than or equal what? 4. This is the solution for the inequality there. Now but you need to know which part. The solution is not negative 1 and 4 only. The solution is not x equal negative 1. What's the solution? Any value less than negative 1 is a solution. Any value more than 4 is a solution. So we don't have only 2 solutions here. We have what? Infinitely many solutions. Yani give me any value more than 4. Any value. 6, 7, 9, a value more, inshallah 4.1. It will be a solution. Put it here in the inequality. Put it here 4.1. This will be more than 0. Any value less than negative 1, any value, sorry. Any value less than negative 1, we check negative 2, check negative 3, negative 5, any value forever. For negative infinity, it will be a solution. But for me, I won't check. I won't guess numbers and check. For me, from the curve, I can know. يعني هذا هيك صح? This part comes with this part connected. If up means if upper above the x-axis means positive. But this part here, where is the curve for it? Down. This part gives me negative. This part here gives me positive. But if you want to be sure, just select any number randomly and you can know. Because there we wanted negative. But here we wanted the part of the positive. Done? Look at the board. A is how much here? B is 1, C is 1, right? Find axis of symmetry. Minus B over 2A. Yani minus 1, sorry, minus 1 over 2 times negative 1 over 4, right? Equal minus 1 over negative 1 over 2. يعني positive 2 كله. الكالكوليتر شو بيطلع؟ خلاص؟ X equal positive 2. Negative 1 divided by negative half. It will be positive 2. Okay? Now replace the 2 here to know the vertex, مش هيك؟ Yeah, let's replace. يلا. Put 2 here. Negative 1 over 4. Multiply 2 power 2 plus 2 plus 1 equal. هذه negative 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1, 2. So the vertex is 2 and 2. Notice that, or don't forget that A is negative. Means it's open where? Downward. And the vertex is 2, 2. Right. Now let's solve the equation to find mean intercepts. Intercepts, they are very important here, right? Yeah, negative 1 over 4x for 2 plus x plus 1 equal what? Equal 0. How we solve this equation? Quadratic formula. Quadratic? Yeah. Quadratic formula delta, huh? X equal minus b plus minus square root of delta over 2a. We did that too much. So by quadratic formula, if you solve them, the values for x will be by quadratic formula, okay? By quadratic formula, the values of x will be negative 0.83 and x equal 4.83. We have two values, right? طبعا شو you know the quadratic formula, right? تمام. We found delta. If it's positive, then we go to the formula. But now we are ready for what? For a graphing. Let's graph. And focus with the graph, please. We said the vertex is what? 2 and 2, right? Plot it. Height 2, height 2. This is the vertex, right? And the intercepts are what? 4 and 83, negative 0.83. Negative 0.83, where it is? Is it? Between 0 and negative 1. It's close to negative 1, right? 4 and 83, between 4 and 5, but it's close to 5, right? So plot them. Plot them. Yeah, this is negative 1. This is the first point, right? 0.83 هذه ها. Negative 0.83 and 4.83 صح? Right? And the y-intercept is what? The y-intercept, where is it? Is 1. And we have open circle, no equal sign here. Yeah, here open circle, okay? And the y-intercept is what? 1. So the function will be opens downward, right? Because A is negative. So go back where this is part is what? Negative. This part negative. And this part negative. But this part give me positive. The function wanted what? Positive, the function. The inequality wanted to be what? Positive exactly. So what we say here, The solution is what? Between negative 0.83 and what? Between them, you have positive curve. Out of them, you have what? Negative curve. Or you check. Guess numbers between and check. So here the solution is x more than, less than. More than what? Negative 0.83 and less than any value here in this domain gives the curve what? Positive. Any value outside this domain gives the value negative, which is not solution. Thank you.